This is a follow-up video for if you're having trouble to get your cuckoo to go back inside the door, or maybe he's having trouble coming out of the door. One thing I did not mention in the other video, because I was using a different kind of movement, but this is a typical regular um, 1-day movement. The 8-day movements have the same setup. This bird lever here is held into place by this tab and this tab. If this lever is too tight, you won't get any spring action like this, or you might have trouble with the cuckoo bird going back inside the door. The same thing happens if it's too loose. If it's too loose, sometimes your bird might go back in the door and sometimes it might not go back in the door. But what happens is this lever will slide up and down just a little bit. And so sometimes it comes back in and sometimes it don't. So what you need to do is take a pair of pliers and bend these tabs just like that. Same way on the bottom tab here. Same thing goes with the spring. If the spring is not wound up enough and you don't get this snap action, you're going to have to wind the spring some and reconnect it to the movement. You might have to replace the spring if the spring is broken too much to where you don't have enough tension to get you that snap. On the regular movements, you also have to worry about this area right here, this lever right here that I'm moving back and forth. If it is not clean enough, it will get jammed and your cuckoo will not be able to go back in the door. So make sure that this area right here is clean. Apply a drop of oil to this area right here, and make sure that these tabs are squeezed, not too tight, but if when you go like this and the thing has got too much play in it, it bounces up and down, it's because it's too loose. If you have to replace these arms, let me grab a screwdriver. The easiest way to do it, let me grab a flathead screwdriver, is using a flathead screwdriver, go underneath the arm and pry up. It will allow you to take it out of the tab. If you try to spread these tabs apart, more likely you're going to snap them off. So when you go to put it back in, you have to make sure that this bar is on the right side. Just pushing it down into the tab will allow it to go back in. And then you'll have to squeeze. You see how much play I got in there? And that's why your bird sometimes will go in and sometimes won't go in. So I'm going to have to pull this back out, first of all, because it's on the wrong side of that bar. And that's why the lever is not facing this way. Stand by. again, I wear glasses. I tried to do this on video, and I have in my hand, it's a bat off movement. From the front, they look the same, except for this lever right here, and that's why I noticed I didn't have a regular movement. And here's a regular movement right here. It's a different setup, but it's the same system as far as the cuckoo levers go. As far as what to do if your bird doesn't go back in the door, you have to bend these tabs to make sure that they're adjusted right. With the regular cuckoo clock, you got a different setup here, and you have to make sure that the lever here, which is inside the movement, is clean. And again, if you can do this and it wobbles around up and down, it's because it's too loose. So you need to tighten up these tabs. Just like in this one right here, it's too loose. So now I have to tighten up this tab. I also have to put the spring back on. When I popped the thing out, the spring came out from its hole, so I gotta put that back on. But it's back in the position where it needs to be. It just don't have the spring to move it back where it needs to be. So I hope this video helps. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and God bless.